Hello children. In this video we shall see 11th English Unit 3 poem Lines Written in Early Spring by William Wordsworth. Children, have you enjoyed nature? What have you seen in nature? Yes, God's creation. This poem is related to nature. Let us talk about the poet William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth is known as a nature poet, as his poems are all about nature. He was a major English romantic poet who launched Romantic Age in English literature along with T.S. Coleridge. He was Britain's poet laureate till his death. Some of his popular poems include Daffodils, Solitary Leaper, To the Cuckoo. His poems create pleasantness in mind as we read them. So this poem, in lines written in early spring, expresses poet's feeling towards nature and the lesson he has learned from. Children, this poem is a ballad. Ballad is a form of verse in the narrative form. It is a quatrain. Quatrain in the sense a stanza of 4 lines with the rhyme scheme ye be, ye be. So now let us read the poem. I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a grove I sate reclined. In that sweet mood when pleasant thought brings sad thoughts to the mind. So this line, I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a groove I sat reclined. So 1,000 blended, I refers here to the poem. The poet was reclining in a grove. He had both pleasant and sad thoughts in his mind. He could associate himself with nature. When he looked at flowers and twigs, they appeared to enjoy themselves in nature, breathing air happily. The birds hopped around and enjoyed themselves, but he was saddened by the thought that man was exploiting nature. The atmosphere was pleasant all around, and with flowers and breeze, and everything seems to be happy. When nature desired such peace and pleasantness, only the irresponsible act of men were bringing distress to nature and to the other men. God created nature for all, only to enjoy and be peaceful and pleasant. I heard 1,000 blended notes while in a grove I sat reclined. In that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. So here the poet relaxes in the quiet beauty of shady grove and looks at the beauty of nature. He sees that there is unity in nature. A feeling of sorrow fills him when the thinks of how man does not live in unity with either men or nature. So what he tells here is, he refers to the changes that society has undergone around him as sad thoughts. So next line, to her fair works did nature link, the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. So he states the principal philosophies here. It is man's innate state, inborn state, to be close to nature. Through primrose tuft in that sweet bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreath. So in that pleasant shady place, there are green primroses. You can see that yellow there. Bunches, trailed periwinkle plants in the form of wreaths. They are formed. So and this faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The poet has faith or strongly believe that every flower enjoys every ounce of the air it breathes. They are thankful for living besides the nature. The birds around me hopped and it played. Their thoughts I cannot measure. But the least motion which they made, it seemed to thrill of pleasure. So the birds around the poet sang, hopped and played. He is in awe, he is in surprise. Of these creatures, he cannot measure their thoughts of joy. Through the poet, though the poet does not understand their language, the ways he does not recognize the birds are creating all those movements out of sheer pleasure and joy. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think to all I can that there was pleasure there. The growing small leafless branches spread out to catch the flowing breeze which is sweet and tight. So what he tells here is all that the poet can do is to gather pleasure in the existence. If this belief was from heaven he sent, in such be the nature holy plan. Here I am not the reason to lament what man has made of man. So if it is a belief such sent by heaven that it is only the holy plan of nature, then I have to feel sorry for it. The poet's question is that this is heaven and this is the holy plan of nature. Then what has man made of man that it himself is the kind of separating from such joy? The poet's spirits are still lamenting. He is feeling sorrow about the miseries of the human world. So what he's trying to tell here is the harmony, the great distress is caused towards the nature. Understood? So in the last lines, he brings out the basic characteristic of nature, which is harmony and togetherness. The poet sees the unity of nature and all around him. He's saddened to realize that though nature is a part of human soul, yet man does not live in harmony with man. That is what he's trying to bring out in this poem. Okay?